Good afternoon on what is a surprisingly mild day. It is Wednesday, the 25th of January. I've got a nice hot cup of tea and parcel to unbox, and I'll show you. I've done this before, but I should just clear this up so actually so you just see the logo of the publisher. You'll know who this is from. It has come all the way from Portugal and is from Games Omnivorous. Now, Games Omnivorous do an interesting range of role-playing games and supplements. Things like the excellent Frontier Scum that came out last year, and the Isle of Ix, and also Mouse Ritter as well. So let's find out what is in here. Oh, and of course what I have got here first is a copy of Isle of Ix. Now, this is my copy of Isle of Ix to review. I'm looking forward to taking into this. And I'm going to say it's a lovely looking book. It feels fantastic in the hand. But what I've got here is Bottled Sea. Now, this doesn't look much. You've got a bag and you've got a whole stack of cardboard, but let's find out. This follows on from the desert kind of literally sand crawl, hex crawl thing that the publisher put out a couple of years ago. Now let's find out what is in here. Plastic split. So the idea essentially with that was that you could create a sand crawl. You had a set of hexes and you could place them in any way you wanted as the player characters experienced this hex crawl, literally. So we first have, the first thing we have is this, which is sort of like we've got an illustration. I'm going to fold that out. So you've got this fantastic artwork, and I'll just bring it all the way back so you can all see that in all its glory. And then on the inside you have all this information for ease of reference by the referee. So it's sea set. We have a galleon there, a strange outcropping and sort of like eruption from the sea of some kind of tentacled creature. And inside, so you have you've got a map of the Harbourage. Not particularly, sort of not as detailed perhaps I would like. You'd have to refer to the actual images, explanations of the content, descriptions of the locations. You've got an explanation of what this is up there. And then you have these, which are illustrations of the locations. So we have a lighthouse, and the Harbourage, which you could see on the back of the screen, but here it's presented in full colour. Let's just go through these. You have just a sea shot and with a trawler there, and then on the back it just says, what's in this scene. You've got reference here for the game master to work off. And then beyond that, what you have got is these sets of hexes, and you place these down at locations as you play through. And on the back they are numbered. So that the game master can refer to them again and again. And these are all the special locations. I'm going to show you these in a bit more detail, a bit more close up, so you have some idea what they look like. So there we go. So again, we've got the Harbourage there, I think. There's some other versions, other settlements. You've got the lighthouse we saw earlier. Some strange cuboid thing, almost like a giant plug there with the sort of like the sockets placed in a very it would actually be a very UK socket arrangement for a electrical plug. Ordinary plain hexes there, so you're not going to see those. They're not very interesting. But That's not the point. They are there to provide empty space in between the locations. You don't want to cram all the locations in together. And then you have watercrafts of the bottled sea. Little booklet. And you've got, you know, in here, rubbish raft, speed slow, price free, 2 to 3 people, the crew, power source, wind or paddles, cargo to salvage. And then we go on to, it's got a hydro cage. So we do have sort of like a science fantasy aspect to this setting. It's not entirely a fantasy, but it's not entirely science fiction either. Salvage trawler, sailboat, scrapyard balloon dory, house float. So these are all watercraft that you can encounter in the process. And we've got more on the back. So a paddle wheel ferry, a dolphin chariot, catamaran wave cutter. There we go. And the other one is a benthic bell. So when you're doing your submersible works, you've got a little booklet or a little pamphlet of watercraft you might encounter in the process of exploring the area. I don't know what that is. Flower. The floatination hydrant, or something like that, and that's that square object which I showed you on. Let's see, let me just find it. Where are we? That thing there, I believe. Let's see what. Could be wrong, but okay. So you've got a little pamphlet about that as well. So you've got a complete little sea area. Explaining what this thing is, how it works, and the strange kind of formations or you know, things it can sort of change into, the different shapes and so on. You know, so you've got this 3x3x3 block of locations to explore, but which shift and change all the time, and obviously you bring that in as a location to explore, and the player characters will return to it again and again. So yeah, so that is the complete package for Bottled Sea. Okay, and it also comes with this very nice cloth bag. So you can literally pack everything up and put it in there. The only thing is, of course, you can't put the board and so on in there as well, but I would recommend sort of getting a Ziploc bag once you've got this and putting everything in there. It's going to be A4 size, that sort of thing. But yeah, this is a really nice package. That's Bottled Sea. Am I holding up? No, I'm not holding it up the right way. Bottled Sea from Games Omnivorous. I'm looking forward to giving this a good review. I did like the sound one, theme one that the publisher put out a couple of years ago. And this looks to be kind of in the same vein, and if you wanted to, you kind of put them together, because essentially there's no reason why, you know, you can't abut them and have a look at, you know, the sea and then the sandy shore and so on. Perhaps a little bit like the skeleton coast of Namibia or somewhere like that, within your long lengths of coast that is sand, and then you go on and explore. So yeah, thoroughly impressive physical product, I think, with this. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, do please click on the like button down below as the booklet's falling out. And if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And of course, lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you will see me out here in the Nook with a box containing either a book or game, or in this case, supplement, which I will unbox and chat about to the very best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so. Sorry, 10 minutes or so. All, of course, accompanied by a nice cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching. I'll be back again soon with another unboxing in the Nook. Bye for now.